Good day, YouTubers, and thank you for tuning into the Dice Verdant video on YouTube. You might be thinking, why are there no birds when you've actually got 3 loaves of bread right on the floor? Well, that's because I'm going to be doing a behind the scenes video of basically me doing bird feeding. And strange enough, I've already re-supplemented the bird food that's actually right in front of me. I just saw a wood pigeon that was straightforward feeding on a bit of bird food. But of course, yes, it's actually going to be a bit much more of a short video, to be honest, for me, because YouTube can't stand long videos these days. Sorry, my English is getting absolutely out of place. Oh, crikeys, it's actually very cold outside, so inside as well. My gosh. Sorry, I just sneezed really loudly today, just because, hey, I can't help myself. And the audacity is that it's so cold. I might as well just close the door just to prevent any cold air coming in. So I just sneezed again. And that beeping sound was actually from a fire alarm. Was it a smoke alarm? I can't really tell. But anyways, I've just chucked out 3 loaves of bread. But strangely enough, I can't see any bird action around here. But what I've got at the moment is that would probably aid into feeding. And of course, I've actually got that in mind. Straightforward. People told me, oh, I haven't stopped feeding the birds. Well, guess what? I've got ham as well. And guess what? Because it's half term, we don't need it anymore. I think it's a very straightforward, nice opportunity that I'm actually going to get rid of it. Obviously, the ham is about to become bird food. Oh my goodness me, I just can't help myself. Really. Yeah, I've just chucked out the ham here, and it would have been a perfect diet for either cats or foxes. But the real reason why I've just done a ham is not just that, but it's also there to attract like magpies, crows, seagulls, I think, obviously, because these birds are pretty much meat-eating birds, even though they're meant to be omnivores. But actually, they're scavengers, that's what they're called. If the animal is, of course, or a bird is, of course, an omnivore, it means they're most likely going to scavenge. So here we go. I've just spotted a wood pigeon that has straightforward landed in my territory here, right over my backyard garden, but I can't really see it. Might have to look back of where I was actually not seeing or not seeing. Oh, crikeys, what was I saying here? Okay, here's a little blighter. I think what I should do is that when I'm actually watching the birds eat the foods all by themselves, whoa, lots of pigeons everywhere. There's just so many pigeons. Is that going to be the beginning of our feeding frenzy session? If there is, well, I've got to remain quiet, shouldn't I? I should somehow, in a very nonchalant mannerism. And I can see a crow that's actually already perched on top of a tree right there. I think it's a fir tree. And there's another one right there perched on right into another tree. I think they can really smell the food that's straightforward being thrown out. Oh, here it comes. There's the crow. And I can also see the wood pigeon. Obviously doing a bit of feeding right there. You can see it's already feeding on the seeds that are literally just straightforward on the tub. And basically you can just see it. If I give you a bit of a close-up, look at that bird. It's doing all the diligent hard work of basically eating the nutrients it's collecting. Oops, sorry for the fire alarm or the smoke alarm, but hey, you know, need to probably call someone to try and fix this beeping sound going beep, beep, beep. But anyways, there's that wood pigeon doing its little feeding act. Obviously, I could have actually bought more bird feeders, so in order to like attract blackbirds, robins, blue tits, grey tits, and other birds as well too. And there's the other crows. Obviously, I didn't think well, I was trying to get on footage, but then because the camera brightness was being adjusted, unfortunately I didn't actually manage to find it. Oh my god. I've actually got mucus right over my nose. Because I'm actually straightforward present, who knows? Maybe you'll be better off is to just, you know, come back for another time just to see if, you know, the birds are back. It's kind of somehow, you know, that sort of thing. Maybe I need a straightforward refrain from looking at the birds. And in that case, just straightforward, not think about, oh my goodness me, we've got a victim. This wood pigeon here, guess what? There is a cat. And apparently, there's a feral pigeon. Okay, basically, strangely enough, you know that first loaf of bread that the wood pigeon was going for? Well, it failed. Okay, I might as well just... Whoa, there was another field pigeon. I might be able to head out to the back of the garden and see whatever the hell is going on. Okay, I'm actually outside now, and apparently that big loaf of bread... Whoa! I think I just scared the crap out of them birds. I'm gonna put the bread back to where it was, obviously the big loaf of bread. Apparently, there's a cat right outside here. Hello! What are you doing in my backyard garden? Come here. Hey, boss. Okay, I don't know if I could really interact with cats. Not sure how good or bad I am, just straightforward like interacting with them. Come here, boss. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, your fur. Hello. Seems like you're meowing today, eh? Whoa. You look so pretty. I'm about to head to the Pen Museum later on today because it is Thursday. And I don't want to get too busybodied, straightforward making throughout the rest of this whole video too much because, you know, well, there goes the cat. It should go back to its owner. And honestly, I should straightforward, who knows, get myself ready for the Pen Museum. And in that case, pretty much stop making the whole video. There's a lot of bird noises, there's a lot of chirping birds outside because we're coming up towards springtime. Maybe in another video's time, I might talk about this amount of, well, let's just say, oh my god, this is a very nasty and spiky weed that has to be cut down by March. I mean, look what's going on. All these spiky weeds and stuff, they're everywhere. And look at that cat, straightforward sniffing on that wood. Little bugger, hey? Oh, that's weird. I don't know why it doesn't like me. It's okay. It's okay, little fella. Okay. You might as well just, you just have a nice wander around through the backyard garden, and, I just have to be very careful, because there are birds right here. Oh. And look at the number of birds. They're straightforward everywhere, and that cat. I wonder what they're doing. Most responsibly, cats are the most prominent, killers in the backyard garden. Oh, look at you. Oh, wow, you turned into a complete, megastar. Now, who knows? Maybe I could just straightforward make a dedicated video about you. That cat there is straightforward taking over the whole video, but that doesn't matter because, hey, oh well. At least it's not pooping or peeing. I hope it doesn't get demonetized. And there's so many pigeons right there. That cat straightforward was, I think it's going to go after the ham, aren't you? Maybe not. Maybe that's something a bit totally different. I know the squirrels also come here, but I don't see any today, because you're here. But I don't really disregard you, regardless of whatever, you know, tragedy that happens. That, oh, where's it going to? Don't know if that cat spotted a mouse, rat, squirrel. I can't really tell. Maybe a bird, but I'm not sure if it's killing something or not. Straightforward. He or she is straightforward on the lurch of looking out for stuff outside. I've just started, actually, you know, got myself ready for my trip to the Pen Museum, and the one thing about bird feeding is that I think what you just saw earlier on was that there was a cat in the background, but I think one thing I was actually becoming, I think the problem was that I was becoming way too close. Here you go, there's the old ham packet I was actually on about. And there's the other loaf of bread I was actually on about. And apparently, I think one of the pigeons or the magpies have actually gone one of the, Oh, there's the cat here. Look at that cat. Straightforward still here. What the heck is that cat doing? Come on. You ain't gonna be straightforward killing birds, you know. That's the problem with cats. They would always come along and destroy wildlife, especially birds, honestly. And here's the ham right there, and also the bread, of course. I did throw these out. And as you can start to see, I can see a wood pigeon here, and therefore I think I was becoming way too close. So that was a bit of a failed attempt, but then hey, you know, there are even more successful bird watching videos that I've somehow made recently in the past. But yeah, you know, sometimes I'll just straightforward feed them on the roof. Most commonly, I would actually feed them right over at this roof section right here, which is made out of plastic. Oh, look at that seagull. What is that seagull doing? Whoa. I think it might straightforward come towards here and get the food I really need. Whoa! Did you see that? There's a couple of seagulls. I just have to remain very still. I think the seagulls are just straightforward hawking around for food. I think, again, because I stood actually quite way too close to the windowsill, that's actually refraining for the birds to come along and eat their delicacy. So that's actually straightforward a complete penalty. And the cat is gone. Of course, I think the seagulls must have, they should have actually taken the bread instantly, but because of the fact that I was standing way too close, because of the fact that I was making a behind the scenes video, unfortunately, yeah, I think that was it. I think there's also another thing, whenever it comes in like filming, and whenever I'm holding my tablet, or whenever I'm putting my tablet right here, or I'm like supporting something like, I can put something on top like a book or something, even though the whole windowsill is absolutely putrid and mucky because there's a lot of like crumbs and liquid spillages right there. I'm gonna have to come along and clean it up maybe one day, I suppose, hey, but then hey, you know, that's just the way it is. And to be honest, you know, if I would have added like books on top of it and probably stacked some more of it, well then that should actually help assist me feeding the birds. But because I'm using my tablet, and in case of whatever I'm using it, I'm just straightforward, you know, I'm the guy who is piloting the tablet. And while piloting the tablet, I always have to keep it still and always don't move any sudden moves, don't move very quickly, always move very slowly, so that the birds can always straightforward, you know, enjoy the food while I'm straightforward still there. I think as always, whenever I try to feed the birds, always give them space. That's the most important thing about them. And I mean, the birds have already started eating and, you know, gnawing a bit of bread. But then, hey, you know, as time flies by, they'll be gone. So yeah, I think often whenever I see a bird, or even more than one bird, I would often just straightforward wait patiently, just straightforward enjoy the birds, you know. That's the one thing I do. I would often come along and just be very still, be very stylishly silent, if that makes any sense. Whenever there's birds, I always seem to straightforward, when I see them feeding right over here, my best solution is to be very still. Okay, when I'm watching birds, be very still, don't make any sudden moves, or else they'll be straightforward petrified. I think that's the big moral lesson to all of this, which has been going on. Who knows? Maybe I might be back doing another one of these videos on YouTube, that's for sure actually. Because I know these are the sort of videos that I really like to produce, but then hey, you know, it's not always that great, but then hey, you know, that's somehow fantastic. Anyways, I shall have to straightforward leave this video here because I have to get myself ready for the Pen Museum. But I think from the time being, hey, you know, maybe in another video's time, you might be able to see all of that bread and that ham being straightforward snatched by the birds. Anyways, please give this video a like if you really enjoyed this video. Subscribe for more of that content in the future about my behind the scenes video. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and bye for now.